ما پیوسته. جان کلارک رهبر اونتاریو against poverty. Ontario coalition against poverty leader Jhon Clarke is here. John, here we go.
Thank you. Thank you very much, comrades. I just wanted to bring a message of solidarity to you, and I wanted to say how much respect and admiration we have for all the people in Iran right now who are rising up against the regime. That this manifestation of outrage and anger that is taking place in Iran is something enormously precious. Looking at any of the reports, it is clear that what is rising up is the oppressed depths of the population rising up against injustice and fighting back. And they are creating clearly a political crisis for the governing regime with their incredible resistance and with their incredible courage in the face of the most murderous repression. And when people stand up and fight under such conditions, it is enormously clear that something very, very important is happening in a society, that people are struggling for their right to a future, something incredibly precious. But I also think it's incredibly important to make clear that the mobilization and the social explosion that is happening in Iran at the moment is taking place in the context of literally a global uprising against the whole capitalist neoliberal order. That in country after country, people are fighting back. They're fighting back in Africa. They're fighting back in Asia. They're fighting back in South America. They're even fighting back on the streets of Paris in France. People are mobilizing and people are challenging. And there is one really important consideration that I finally want to bring to this gathering. That there is, in the political left in Canada, and I think throughout the West, a great deal of confusion and misunderstanding about the struggle that is taking place in Iran. People see the US State Department issue a statement saying they approve of the protests, and they say to themselves, well, what's going on? Is this the work of the CIA? Is this a reactionary mobilization? Most clearly it is not. There is no doubt that the US has always wanted to restore the kind of direct control that they had under the Shah. There is no doubt that the US has its own reactionary agenda. There is no doubt that they hope to link up with the monarchists and create a right-wing mobilization in Iran. But that's not what is taking place. This is a working-class mobilization that is taking place amongst the poorest people. I'm struck by the fact that Kurdish and Arab communities are rising up. I'm struck by the fact that it's in the poorest places that people are rising up and fighting back. And I'm struck by the fact that workers are taking action to support the struggle. This is a vital struggle within Iran against a repressive, brutal regime, but it's part of the whole international working class movement for freedom and for liberty. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Kayvan is having some short. Kayvan به انگلیسی شعار بگو لطفاً.